Let me tell you a little bit about Anne. Anne is a planetary geologist. She studies craters, or she used to. She's retired from the government, and she now studies the rocks on her land, and that she is supporting and watching over for the next goodness knows how many years. She has 3 grown children and a loving spouse. That's me. And she is a licensed Unity teacher as well, which she absolutely adores and loves. I can't get her away from all her LUT buddies.
The recording has stopped.
Things that she's been doing. Okay, well, I'll start that again. Oh, okay. Anne?
Oui.
Would you please record?
Yeah, let me try that.
It says my disk.
This meeting is being recorded.
My disk space is too low. I'm going to have to clean out some stuff here. All right. Well, Anne, why don't you just begin?
Okay. But if I'm recording, whatever, I'm not sure. I'm.
Put yourself on speaker mode.
Yeah, that's the thing. But now I can't see my talk.
Oh, stop recording. Carrie, can you record for us? You're a host. Just go.
The recording has stopped.
Okay.
The 3 dots on the lower side, your 3 dots.
Yeah.
And you can record. Yeah.
Record to cloud or computer?
Computer.
This meeting is being recorded.
Thank you. And then what we'll do is I'll contact you and we'll work this out.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. And good morning, everyone. It is an honor to be with you today as we explore a powerful and transformative idea, a world where strength and love lead you. Do you find that sometimes or often the world can feel uncertain, stressful, and chaotic? And would you agree that today the world is more focused on the material than the spiritual? Material power, or the way I see it, supremacy and physical strength, is too often the main guide of many individuals and nations. For many people, taking care of their body is more important, if not the only thing, than taking care of their spiritual mind and heart. They have no interest in raising their awareness and consciousness because they are thinking that their material wealth and their intellectual knowledge are power, the only power they need. They believe that this outside power combined with physical strength will give them joy. But we know true joy does not come from any amount of money or other possessions that one has. True joy comes from a sense of being one with oneness. And I would even say that joy is strength giving, especially if the heart and mind are fixed on the things of the oneness. We have the opportunity to discover a way of living that is grounded in inner strength and abiding joy. And these 2 qualities, strength and joy, are not just virtues to be admired from afar, but divine gifts that are already within us, waiting to be activated and expressed. And moreover, strength and joy are interdependent. If you look at Nehemiah chapter 8, verses 10, at the very end of the verse, it says, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." And in her book, Dare to Believe, from 1961, May Rowland, who was the lead of Silent Unity for 55 years, well, in her book, way back in 1961, she associated joy with the spiritual power of strength, suggesting that as we cultivate our inner strength, joy naturally follows as a divine expression of our spiritual life. So, strength and joy are interdependent. As we strengthen our spiritual practice and deepen our faith, we experience a deeper sense of joy. And when we embrace joy, it strengthens our connection with the divine, reinforcing our sense of inner strength. I'd like to talk about what are strength and what is joy and explore further their interdependence. Strength is not something we have to summon from the outside. I think you agree with that. It is a natural extension of the divine presence within us. It is the energy that sustains us in moments of challenge, the courage that rises when we feel uncertain, and the perseverance that keeps us moving forward, even in the face of difficulty. This inner strength is rooted in our awareness of God's presence and our ability to rise above challenges with faith and trust. Think about it for a moment. How often have you faced something that seemed insurmountable, and yet somehow you found the strength to keep going? Maybe it was a health challenge, a loss, or a difficult decision. But in those moments, something inside of you rose up to meet the challenge. That is the divine strength within you at work. And this strength is available to you at all times. When we align ourselves with the divine presence, we discover a strength that transcends our human limitations. It is the strength of spirit, and it is always available, always sustaining us. This is the strength that leads us to face adversity with grace and resolve. When we face challenges, whether personal, emotional, or physical, we are called to turn inward and remember our divine strength. We are capable of handling any situation, not through our own limited power, but through the infinite strength of the divine within us. Until I was in my 50s, I lived according to what I believe was expected of me, following the example of role models in my life and abiding by social norms. Well, that just about killed me. After a second diagnosis of major depression within 4 years in my 50s, I knew I had to look within, deep within, to resolve my issue. But you know what? Fear was still holding me back. You might remember 2 weeks ago, C spoke of faith and the staircase, needing to take those first steps, even though you cannot see the whole staircase. You have to trust in yourself, and trust in the oneness. And that requires using your inner strength. In my case, thinking of all the doomsday scenario, right? All the possible scenarios. What if I say that, and if I do this, what will happen? All that was preventing me from getting better and resolving my issue. It was obscuring the staircase in front of me, right? So I knew where I wanted to be. I knew where I wanted to go, just like Cheryl's attic. She knew about the attic, but the staircase is obscured. And so I'm unable to get there. I had literally to take it one step at a time. And for that, I needed to trust and use my inner strength. As Jesus reminded us in Matthew chapter 19, verses 26, with God, all things are possible. This is not just a statement of faith, it is a truth. When we turn inward and trust the strength that flows from our connection to the divine, we recognize that we are capable of overcoming whatever comes our way. Let's turn to joy, a quality that, like strength, is not contingent on circumstances, but flows from our connection with the divine. Often we think of joy as something that depends on external condition. Getting a promotion, achieving a goal, or enjoying a vacation. But in unity, we understand that true joy is not dependent on external events. It is a divine energy that flows from our awareness of God's presence within us. Joy is more than an emotion. It is an expression of the vibrant life force that flows through us when we connect with the divine. It is an inner state of peace, gratitude, and contentment that arises from knowing who we truly are as spiritual beings. In Psalms 16, verses 11, it says, "In your presence is fullness of joy." This reminds us that joy is not a reaction to the world around us, but a response to the awareness of the divine presence that is always with us. It is the joy that rises when we recognize the beauty of life, the gifts we have, and the love that surrounds us. Jesus spoke of joy many times in the New Testament, reminding us that true joy comes from the relationship with the divine and living in alignment with God's will. In John 15, verses 11, for example, Jesus says, "I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete." This statement reminds us that joy is a divine gift meant to fill us and overflow into every aspect of our lives. When we are centered in God, the one power, one presence, joy naturally flows from us. In unity, we also recognize that joy is a choice. It does not depend on our external circumstances, but rather on our inner attitude and perspective. Joy is a decision to recognize the abundance and love that is already present. It is the decision to focus on the blessings rather than the challenges, the possibilities rather than the limitations. When we cultivate joy within, we shift our consciousness and allow a greater sense of peace and happiness to flow through our lives. As we shift our focus from the challenge we face to the presence of the divine within, we can choose to experience the joy that is already present in us. Joy gives us the ability to rise above life difficulties. When we are rooted in joy, we are more resilient, more hopeful, and more open to the goodness of life. It is a divine fuel that propels us forward, even in times of trial. In the words of Mayrolin, again from her book, Dare to Believe, she says, "The joy of the Lord is a wellspring within that we can let flow out into our lives by cultivating a joyous spirit." So joy is the inner song of the soul, the deep sense of gratitude and appreciation that fills our hearts when when we remember that all is well. I had never really realized that I often walked around with a smile on my face until one day someone asked me, why do I always smile and what was wrong with me? Wow. As if being happy and joyful was an offense. Huh. In this particular moment, I was getting ready to play softball with friends. I love to play softball, so I think that my smile was natural. I am always happy to play ball. But it's true that I often smile at other times too, and that made me wonder why. I was brought up to feel joy knowing that I am a child of God, fine. And I do remember, as a kid going to do errands here and there on my bicycle or walking, that I would catch myself singing church songs, not just any songs, but church songs, and sometimes out loud when I thought nobody could hear me. So was it really because I truly believed that I was a child of God, that I was happy and smiling? I think that was more than that. It was also the gratitude for all the beauty around me and the blessings I have and I see. I truly believe that my heart naturally sings with joy when I see that all is well. Now, Let us look at how strength and joy work together. When we experience inner strength, it creates a foundation for deep joy. And when we feel joy, it empowers us to face life's challenges with courage and resilience. So together, strength and joy create a spiritual dynamo that transform our life experience. Think of strength and joy as partners on your spiritual journey. Strength gives you the courage to keep going, while joy lights up your path and gives you the energy to continue moving forward. I like to imagine these two qualities as two sides of a coin. Without strength, joy may be fleeting. It might be hard to hold on to in the face of life challenges. But without joy, strength can feel rigid and heavy. So when combined strength and joy, we discover an unstoppable force that propels us towards our highest good. Together, they help us navigate through life with resilience, grace, and an open heart. So, to get back to my story about dealing with depression, I told you about needing to use my inner strength already in order to make that first step. Well, in reality, for me, joy played an important role too. So, it'd been already a few months. I had gotten to the point of learning that I needed to make that first step, right? I did not see the whole staircase, but I could do one step at a time, knowing I had that inner strength. But still, I had not made that first step. There was something missing. And so one day I was sitting there with my mom, who at the time was deep in her Alzheimer and dementia. And of all the kids, I'm the one that looks most like my mother and behaved most like my mother. So I looked at her and there's 35 years difference. And I asked to myself, do I want to live the next 35 years miserable and sick? Or do I want to be happy and have the joy of knowing who I truly am and allowing myself to be? And so, you know what? Wanting joy, I was finally able to make that first step. And once I did, joy overfilled me. You know, you should have seen me on the soccer pitch and the softball field that summer. I was singing out loud, and I had a spring in my step. People were asking, what's going on? And yes, the steps were not easy, but I was taking one at a time. And I had that joy that was helping me, providing me that inner strength for sure. And today, you see me as a very happy, loving, healthy, and strong woman free of depression. When we embody both strength and joy, we become unstoppable forces of divine expression in the world. Again, May Rowland in Dare to Believe, she wrote, when we touch the inner spring of joy, we feel the strength of it constantly sustaining us, no matter what may seem to go wrong in the external world. In other words, joy comes from knowing we are loved, guided, and supported by the divine, no matter what happens in the external world. When we infuse strength with joy, we become resilient and open-hearted, able to navigate even the toughest of challenges with a sense of peace and inner fulfillment. And when we allow joy to be rooted in our spiritual strength, it becomes a constant, unshakable force, regardless of what life presents. Together, strength and joy. Oh, that makes destroy. That's pretty good. So together, strength and joy are the divine balance that empowers us to live life fully, courageously, and in alignment with our highest truth. Remember that you are not alone, and you do not have to face life challenges by your own limited power. The divine presence within you is your source of strength and joy, and it is always available to you. Now, I want to invite each of you to discover your own world of strength and joy. And here are 5 ways how. 1, Recognize the strength within you. In times of difficulty or challenge, repeat to yourself, I am strong in spirit. The power of strength within me is greater than any challenge I face. I am strong in spirit. The power of strength within me is greater than any challenge I face. Lean into the awareness that you are divinely supported and that you have everything you need to navigate life's challenges. Trust that the strength you need is always with you, waiting to be called upon. 2. Embrace joy as a divine gift. Choose joy daily. Joy is not something that happens to us. It is something we cultivate. So throughout your day, find moments to connect with the joy of being alive. Say, I am joy-filled, for I am connected to the boundless love and presence of the divine. I am joy-filled, for I am connected to the boundless love and presence of the divine. Yes, let joy fill your heart no matter what is happening around you. In each moment, we can choose to focus on what is good, beautiful, and true. A third way, live from the center of your being. So take time each day to pause, to breathe, and to center yourself in the presence of oneness. From this place of stillness, Cheryl was talking about be still, be still, be still at the beginning. So from this place of stillness, draw upon the infinite well of strength and joy that resides within you. By spending time in prayer and meditation, we center ourselves in the presence of oneness and open ourselves to the divine qualities of strength and joy. Trust that you have everything you need to live with grace, peace, and resilience. So there was three ways so far: recognizing the strength within you, embracing joy as a divine gift, live from the center of your being, and then doing that, embrace both strength and joy as your spiritual tools. That's the fourth way. Embrace both strength and joy as your spiritual tools. Allow them to lead you through life's uncertainties. When you face challenges, turn inward and find your strength. And when life is going well, celebrate with the joy that is your birthright. And these two qualities, strength and joy, will help you live a life that is empowered, fulfilled, and deeply connected to the divine. And finally, the fifth way for you to discover your own world of strength and joy is serve others. Yes, joy multiplies when we share it. And by helping others or being a blessing in their lives, you'll find that your own strength and joy increase. I like to affirm, I am strong in spirit, for I am one with the divine. My strength is unshakable, my joy is abundant, and together they lead me through each moment of my life. I choose strength, I choose joy, I choose to live from the power of the divine within me. As you go through your day, remember that strength and joy are not distant goals. They are present within you right now. And when you connect with your divine source, they rise up to lead you. So take time to embrace them, trust strength and joy, and let them lead you to the life you were always meant to live. You are strong, you are joyful, and you are divinely supported in all that you do. May you share this strength and joy with others and become beacons of light in the world. Blessing to you all. Go forth in strength and joy. Now, please stretch, move around, right? If you've been sitting, listening, so do a little bit of movement and then settle back and be seated comfortably for this moment of meditation. Close your eyes or lower your gaze and breathe in and out deeply allowing yourself to relax each muscle in your body. Bring your attention to your breath, breathing in and out gently and slowly. Through your breathing, you are opening to an abundance of loving light energy. Allow your mind to clear and release all thoughts. If any thoughts arise during this meditation, just say the word thought and return to following your breath. Your mind is steady, unwavering in spiritual strength and joy. Take stock of the situation and circumstances that you are in the midst of. New situations may come and go, and circumstances may change from day to day, but all the while, you stand steady in the power of spiritual strength and joy. The one power, one presence is your strength and your joy. Therefore, you are strong. You do not need to react to life changes with resistance or with defensiveness, for you hold to the truth, and that is your freedom. The one power, one presence is your strength and your joy. Your growing knowledge of divine life, infinite love, infinite wisdom, and power provides a foundation on which you stand steady. When winds of change swirl around you, requiring you to change, you hold your mind steady, unwavering, as you respond with confidence, able to courageously and joyfully take your next steps. When doubts or judgmental thoughts arise in your awareness, you stand steady in your mind, insisting on holding to the truth. You are spiritually strong, steadfast, true. Whenever your heart registers sorrow or hurt or excruciating pain, you honor your feelings as you hold your heart open and in readiness for resolution and for healing. You persist in holding your heart open, demonstrating spiritual strength and joy. The one power, one presence is your strength and your joy. Now return to the conscious awareness of the world around you at your own rate. Wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Feel a smile on your face. Give thanks in accepting that which has occurred in this time of meditation. And very gently and very quietly say thank you, loving source, and bring your meditation to a close.